All righty, good morning, everyone. It's 10 o'clock, and we're going to start this week's edition of the Long Coffee Break. My name is Devin Gash. I'm a sales engineer for our Northern Colorado Territory and Wyoming. Special thanks to everyone who showed up to our tailgate for Rocky's opening day last week. It was great to see everyone have fun and party again. So big thanks to everyone who set that up and everyone who joined us. This week with our coffee break, we're going to be talking about remote balancing dampers made easy installation, cost effective, ships fast. My co-host this week is Elaine Malaris with Metropolitan Air Technologies. Elaine, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away.
Thanks, Devin. And a quick thank you again to everyone. Thank you for having me here today, and thank you for taking time out of your busy days. We're just going to go over a quick overview on when do you want to use our dampers, how do you want to use them, and a little bit about who we are and what we offer to you. So Metropolitan Air Technology, our dampers have been in the marketplace for over 30 years. We're located right outside of Chicago, right by Midway Airport. We manufacture everything from our facility in Chicago, and we ship directly from Chicago. So basically, wherever the transit time is to get something over to your hands, we can ship items that we have in stock within 5 days. So where will you find some of our dampers? We have, like I said, our dampers have been in the marketplace for over 30 years. We have over 600,000 systems assembled worldwide. Some of the high profile places where you'll see our projects is Bellagio Hotel, Caesar's Palace, Harvard University, the Kadena Air Force Base in Japan, Disney World, John Hopkins hospitals. We're in all types of industries, whether it's banking, we do a lot of mental health facilities, hospitals, juvenile detentions. You can find our products everywhere. And the big thing that we want to explain today and share with you is, when do you want to use our dampers? When is it the right time to go ahead and use a remote cable operated damper? When you want to eliminate the need for access panels, preserve the integrity of design, or access to ductwork is restricted, then this is the solution that you want to use. So I'm going to give you a quick overview on our damper series and which has the features and benefits to which model you want to use. So this is our manually operated series. If you look to the far left, you see what's a radial damper. This is our RT150 damper. This comes in sizes 6 inches up to 15 inches and ships with a 2-foot cable. This damper has been specifically designed as one-piece construction for ease of installation. It is typically installed in the branch takeoff. Cable stays inside the airstream and comes down the face of the diffuser. A balancing technician comes up. What he'll see poked is the tip of the cable. He uses a standard hex nut driver, balances the cable, pushes it back up, and forgets about it. Now for inside the airstream, we have both round and rectangular dampers. The maximum cable length is 10 feet. For cable lengths greater than 10 feet, you then want to kind of keep shifting to the right. You'll see our RT250 round damper series that uses a worm gear actuator, cable, and termination point. Now for this series, there's no cable limitations. You're keeping the cable outside the airstream. You secure it every 3 feet with nylon clamps that we provide. And now you can go up to 100 feet of cable. Do we typically see applications with 100 feet of cable? Not really, but we do see 15, 20, 25 feet when they're bringing everything into a central location. So with this worm gear actuator, everything ships completely assembled to the job site. No pieces to lose, no assembly required. We will ship you the gear actuator, the cable, and the termination point. When you get this to the job site, you simply slide that termination over the shaft of the damper, secure the cable, and install. Our dampers, whether you're going inside or outside the airstream, all ship completely assembled to the job site. No pieces to lose, no assembly required. Average installation time on our products are 10 to 15 minutes per unit. And another feature that I like to talk about while we're sitting on this manual damper is that a lot of time contractors will ask if we can lengthen or shorten the cable in the field. And the answer is yes. It's very simple. If you get your dampers out in the field and you discover that it's 2 feet too short or 3 feet too short, we simply send you an extension cable along with a coupling, and you connect the cable to the field and you've lengthened your cable in the field. Same holds true if the cable is too long. You simply cut it to your desired length. We send you a different type of coupling, and now you've shortened the cable in the field. In some instances, we've had contractors ask us, listen, I don't even know how much cable I need. Can I just buy a bunch of bulk cable, pull, cut, and install as I go? And the answer to that is yes, you can do that. So with the manual dampers, ships assembled to the job site, 10 to 15 minutes to install, lengthen and shorten the cable in the field, or we send you a bunch of bulk cable and you take care of it yourself. We then took one step further. We took our manual dampers and we added a motor onto it. Now the motor has been tested for 100,000 cycles. The power is in the handheld remote control. It's a 9-volt battery. Now, when do I tell people to switch from thinking about, do you want to use a manual damper or do you want to use a battery operated damper? I say what determines this is the length of your cable run. I typically tell people if you're going 10, 12 feet and greater, that's when you want to look at the battery operated. So here what we've done is, as I mentioned, we took our basic worm gear actuator that you're familiar with, we added the motor, we replaced the cable with plenum rated wire. So now you have no limitations in your cable runs, in your wire runs. You can go up to 1,000 feet, right? And this system is a very simple plug and play system. We can ship out a 15 or a 25-foot plenum rated wire. You get it out to the field, it's too long. We send you extensions and you just plug and play. Another nice feature about the battery operated is that you have 2 types of termination points. You have the individual port that can go right into the ceiling and you just can individually terminate one at a time. Or you have the 8 port, which houses up to 8 dampers into one central location. Now, what I like about this is that many times we'll see the mechanical contractor puts everything into a janitorial closet. So technician comes up, he opens the lid of that 8 port, and inside every location can be labeled. So he takes his remote control and he simply plugs it in and he can read that he's going to balance the conference room. Takes it out, he's going to balance the lobby or he's going to balance the cafeteria. The remote control is powered by a 9-volt battery. It has LED lights. Each light represents about 10% of the open close position of the damper. Okay. And this was very simple, very basic. Again, that's what I like about the battery operated. It's a plug and play system. Extensions, if it's too long, you just wrap it up. It's plenum rated wire. You tuck it away and put it off to the side. Motor's been tested for 100,000 cycles. And this is when you want to use the battery operated. Now we keep growing on each model. As you see, we started out with the manual, we added a motor. Now we took it one step further. The solo control is the perfect solution to solve individual occupant comfort problems. The classic age-old problem that you hear in the office, especially as offices we feel are half empty, half full, people are starting to come back. How do you make their office space more comfortable? Solo control does that. It's the same battery operated damper that we just saw, same motor. What we've done here is we've replaced the handheld remote control with a wall mount. Now this allows the occupant to control the amount of conditioned air that comes into his or her space. Okay, very simple. That wall mount is either a 24-volt or 6 AA batteries. So the occupant in that particular space is uncomfortable. They simply walk up to their office, walk up to their wall unit, they push the button. You see the LED light, again, represents 10% of the open close position, and they make their space more comfortable. So the biggest takeaways I want everyone, and you probably have already heard me say this a couple times throughout the presentation today, but the biggest takeaway is everything ships completely assembled to the job site. No pieces to lose, no assembly required. Average installation time is 10 to 15 minutes per unit. I always share a funny story I have with this contractor. One time I was in front of him and we were talking about the product and he was playing with it and he was loving it. And he says to me, hold on.
Oh, guys, it looks like Elaine froze up there. She's out in Illinois. They're having a bunch of high winds, so her power has been going in and out for the last few days. But just to wrap up this meeting, average installation time of the Metropolitan Air Technologies dampers is 5 to 10 minutes. Biggest part about this, guys, is that this ships in 5 days if it's a stock item. Longest lead time we've had is about 4 to 6 weeks. And in this day and age is a really big benefit. So make sure to join us next week. Bobby Henderson is going to be talking about Bosch boilers. Again, thank you for joining and have a great week.